It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
Hey,
happy day after Valentine's Day.
Yay!
Yay!
And on the show, it's actually Valentine's Day.
So maybe it is Happy Valentine's Day.
But you'd think it was Christmas, wouldn't you?
It does. Yesterday was Halloween on the show, and today is Christmas on the show.
My God.
And Short King season
Yeah.
all year round.
I think on this last episode, I just finally was like, Jiminy fucking Christmas. What the fuck is going on with all these Christmas presents and ornaments? And I think it's a Minnesota thing. I think Minnesotans are cuckoo for Christmas.
Yeah, well, it snows all year round in Minnesota,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. I think they hear jingle bells in their brains every day.
I also thought you were going to say Jiminy Cricket, and you were roasting Daniel when you said that.
because he's
Yeah. You also he certainly doesn't let his conscience be his guide, does he? Because he doesn't have one.
no.
Or is he not Jiminy Cricket? Is he Pinocchio? Because he's a bit of a liar.
Oh,
Yes.
Pinocchio was also short.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's what we're saying.
Hey, he says it, not me. I mean,
No, he is.
It's like
obsessed
every
with
line of the show. Like
I know.
He's making it his entire identity.
Yeah. He's as if he's like he thinks he's 5'2" and he's 5'8", you know?
Yeah.
What is the average height for men
I don't know.
in the
It's
US?
it's gotta be like 5.
Oh, it's 5'9". He's short.
5'9".
He's certified short. He's
Wow.
below average.
He's gonna be riding a horse.
Unacceptable. But if you're Kim says in the chat, is 5'8" really that short? Well, I think if you're on dating apps and you're under 6 feet tall, you're certified undateable. Isn't that the standard?
Well, that plus your attachment style, plus if you're an INFP,
Plus, if you don't like pizza and adventures, I think you're pretty
depends on
screwed.
your Cancer sign.
Yes. If you're not a Cancer, Leo, yes.
Gotta check a lot of boxes.
I
Gotta check a
know.
lot of boxes these days.
Yep. Oh, Jim Tan Law is in the chat. That's Daniel Snide, I think. He was in the pods, I believe.
Or something. I think there might be a lot more to this guy's story.
This is the guy that said he didn't have.
He might be the one that was teased for later on. That might have been in the building. The X that lives in the same building.
Oh, he's the X. He's something. Oh, he says, "What's up?" Right? He's something involved, right?
He's something. But we don't know yet, though. We don't.
He says or something smiley, but he says he did not sign an NDA. That's what I know.
Okay. Yes.
Well,
we look forward to his appearance later.
Yes, we'll be talking about maybe him or whatever is coming up over on the Patreon when we're back this Monday at patreon.com/reality alert. Starts at only $5 a month, and you get all of our other recaps of all the international seasons of Love is Blind we've done. We'll be talking about all the social media that everybody has been talking about. We're going to be giving our forecast for the week, and we will be joined by my girlfriend Maria this week. So check that out at patreon.com/reality alert. Yes. Also, it appears that this guy, Jim Tan Law, will be joining us. He says, no NDA, we will be chatting. Wow.
I'm down. Fantastic.
We're down. Well, since we'll be having a little chat.
Love it.
Yes. So yeah. Also, we're currently live on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Instagram. So be sure to subscribe to us at youtube.com/reality alert and Instagram at reality alert podcast. Turn on those.
Why not?
What? And Twitch. Come on, gamers.
We
know you play COD and Halo.
Yeah,
red versus blue. Come on. It's topical now.
It's there. You know, it's relevant.
Turn on those notifications. Oh, Liv Evikorin says hi from Norway too.
Oh,
I bet they don't have an NDA either.
No. When are we going to get a Love is Blind Norway?
Yeah, we're waiting for that.
So far, I think Sweden is the closest we've come to Scandinavia.
Yeah. When are we going to get a Love is Blind Yes Way too? Am I right?
Hell yeah.
Oh my God. Jokes. One more thing, and then we'll get into actually talking about the show. Leave us a voicemail. 1-804 Bad Boys. The hotline is open. That's 1-804-223-2697. Let us know your hot takes, you know? Let us know what you think about Christmas and stuff like that.
What do you think is the average height for a male?
Yeah. What's too low or too high for you? Well, shall we get talking about all of these episodes, Ben?
Let's do it.
Do you know that Lauren saw James Lafferty at Qdoba in Madison?
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Do you have any idea who James Lafferty is?
Well, she said he's from One Tree Hill.
Yeah, but I only know Chad Michael Murray from One Tree Hill. I don't know.
That's the big name. Yeah. I didn't know the subcast, but she does, I guess.
No.
So that's cool.
Yeah, I don't really care about David Spade being seen, but Sarah said she ate at Cheesecake Factory, which I'm jealous enough about that because I love Cheesecake Factory. It's great.
Yeah.
But I think it's the best chain restaurant.
Really?
Of the sit-down chain restaurants, Cheesecake is a step above all of them.
Rainforest Cafe.
That's a theme restaurant. That's in a category of its own. The food at Cheesecake Factory is better than all of the chains.
Rainforest Cafe.
Nah, the food at
You don't know when the thunderstorm is going to happen, Max.
The ambiance.
You don't know when the thunderstorm is going to happen.
We're talking about ambiance. Rainforest wins. Food, Cheesecake. But it must have been a long time ago to be there at the same time as Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. I don't know.
That was a ways back.
That was a long time. It was a very
he found his forever person.
I know, and Selena was really fucked up about that for a long time, and now she's engaged to Benny Blanco, of course.
Yes, well, congratulations to him.
Congratulations to both of them.
Yes.
So we get to Sarah and Ben. Wow, what a great guy this guy is, right? This conversation really sealed the deal that we're all a fan of this Ben.
He had to be named Ben.
Yeah, I know.
God damn
so she says, let's talk about controversial things like politics.
Just what this show needs, you know?
Yes.
What we all love. Everyone loved the Bartiz conversation back in season 3. We all loved it.
So she says she didn't get into politics till Trump and George Floyd. So she didn't get into politics till it was more in vogue to care about people.
I think that's true for a lot of people.
I know.
Yeah, I've noticed it.
Yes, I didn't care about people of color getting murdered by police till it was in vogue, even though, this has been going on for, decades and decades and decades since,
centuries.
The beginning of police and, Rodney King, Amadou Diallo, I could go on and on and on. Anyway, he says he's ignorant. He says he's ignorant towards the stuff and didn't vote in the last election. Also, the murder of George Floyd happened in Minneapolis. Anyway.
Yeah.
She asks about Black Lives Matter, and he says, "I just keep out of it. I'm not for it one way or the other."
Yeah, that's a sketch answer.
It's not just a sketch answer. The statement is Black Lives Matter. So he's not taking a stance one way or another if Black Lives Matter. So he's basically saying that Black lives don't matter because he's not taking a stance.
Silence speaks volumes. Yeah.
I think she should have then said, okay, what do you think about the KKK?
Yeah.
That's what I would have said.
Yeah.
Okay. So Black lives don't matter. What do you think about the KKK? Do you keep out of that too?
Yeah. She didn't though. Instead, she married him, Max. she got engaged.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying because that speaks about her, right? She doesn't care about this stuff.
She didn't dig too far. Yeah,
she doesn't care about this stuff until it's like basically in vogue too, and then she doesn't care that this guy doesn't give a shit because she's like, oh, he'll grow even though he does. It's everything.
I hate it too when people on these shows are like, a husband and wife can have different viewpoints. It's fine. It's like, where do we prioritize our values, like in life? Like,
I know.
Do people not prioritize their values at the top? Because for me, it's number one. I could not be with my wife if we didn't have the same shared values.
He can be educated. And then it's like, wait, you want to have kids with this person and they're potentially like espousing these viewpoints onto like your kids? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's just like crazy to me.
Yep.
Yeah. I just want to say though, like, even if you're not into politics or caring about, social justice, it is better to care at some point than to never care. So I don't want to say to like totally shame her into like, she eventually cared, but then to, not care that he doesn't care. And then to get engaged to him, that is like a really bad look. Like, come on.
It's kind of shallow. Yeah.
It's very shallow. And like, it's not actually standing up for what you believe in. Yep. So like, where do you actually stand?
Agreed.
Yes. The men's lounge, it becomes very clear that the guys aren't connecting the dots about who is dating who. Madison and Mason. This is, he says, I can't stop thinking about you. When I listen to my gut, I'm hearing this with you. And she says, that's pretty elusive. And he goes, all right, let me try this again. I'm committed. And she goes, okay. And she's like, do you think that I put an ultimatum on you? Because the seal's kind of forced. And he goes, no. And she goes, all right, thanks for affirming me. Thanks a lot. Okay.
He doesn't know what the hell he wants.
No, and she can tell. It doesn't feel genuine.
And then they're just like, let's just sex chat.
Yeah. We get some really sexy conversation here.
I love cream pies.
What up, you little cream pies?
Shades of Jowsy here. I wish Jowsy walked in.
It's so good though that he brings her a cream pie on their breakup date. That she breaks up with him when he breaks up.
Later they
In the
so
most
funny.
episode.
So funny.
It's almost poetic, isn't it?
It is poetic.
It's like you were a horn dog this whole time and now you get nothing.
The way that they don't know what to talk about really informs how weird their dates are. So they're talking about cream pies and the sex stuff. And then it comes up that she was in Bible quiz in high school and won state and was number 1 in Bible quiz.
Oh, wow.
I know. So
I've competed in that.
But I have a question. Was this...
I don't think they called it Bible quiz, though.
What did they call it?
I don't remember. I think it was like Bible Busters or something like that. I remember like my brother made it to like the finals or something, and it was like a big deal.
Uncle, what is it on Righteous
Gemstone? baby Billy's Bible
Busters or whatever.
Yeah. Bible Bonkers?
Bible Bonkers or something. I have a question. Was this through public? Oh no, you went to private school at that point.
This was when I was in private school. I switched to public school when I was in middle school.
Yeah, because she made it sound like she was in public school.
That's odd. Might have been through her church or something.
Yeah, well, maybe it wasn't though. Maybe she was in private school. I don't know.
Because we were going up against other schools.
Yeah, maybe she was in private school. I can't imagine. I don't know. I don't know how things work.
It was basically just like the judges would like say, they'd say a verse and you'd have to say like what book it was and what verse numbered. And
wow.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Or like you'd have to recite the verses or something.
Yeah, this doesn't surprise me. I'm upset that I was never given the option to compete in anything like this,
Yeah, it's too bad.
It's too bad.
You would have crushed it, I'm sure.
Yeah, we had Science League, but I wasn't given the option to do that either.
Why not?
Because I didn't make the cut. You had to take a test, and
sorry.
One of my friends made the cut. Like we were all required to take a test in science class, and then they were like, "Oh, Charles, so you made the cut," and then he goes, "Yeah, I don't want to do it." And everyone looked at him like, "What?" And he was like, "No, I don't." And it was like a big ado that he didn't want to do science league. Like, yeah, I would rather not go. He's like, I don't really want to take tests competitively every week.
But it's
believe it or
fun.
Not. It's so fun. It looks good for college. He's like, no, it's fine. It turns out that Mason wears The Johnny Depp cologne.
Wow.
Johnny!
Dior.
Wow. Savage cologne.
Wow.
Madison says every narcissistic man wears that. So does this mean that every guy on this cast wears this cologne?
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
And all the previous casts as well, yeah.
Yes. And for Halloween, they all dress up like Captain Jack Sparrow. They love Johnny Depp's band.
He's a cool guy.
He's a cool guy. We love Johnny
guy.
Depp. Very cool dude. We love.
Does Amber Heard have a perfume? Are there any ladies wearing?
Yeah, all the women do the Amber Heard perfume. Madison and Sarah run into each other in the hallway. Sarah says, "How was it? Number 1 or number 2?" Madison says, "Number 2."
Whoa.
He just took a shit, but he told me he's committed to me, and I was like, "Oh no." But Madison says she didn't break up with him because she didn't know.
Yeah. A little revealing.
I know. Mason
and Meg.
He says his connection with Meg is so strong it doesn't feel real. But I'm like, didn't you just commit to Madison?
Yeah, come on, man. You literally said I commit.
But I have to say, Madison did like the same thing because we were confused about this. At least I was.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because she said to Alex, like, do you want to do this? Like, commit just us. And then she was talking to Mason.
Yeah. But, Alex is such a wad. Like, can you blame
him? Oh, unlike Mason.
It's like one moment you're like, yeah, Madison, she really loves this guy. And then the next moment you're like, oh, so he's already fucking it up now. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it all really worked out that they didn't end up with each other.
I'm so happy for them. For all of them.
For all of them.
Yes.
I mean, I don't
right choice all around.
I don't like any of them, but I'm happy for all of them.
Yes, me too. They're all better off.
Yeah. None of them should ever date anyone.
I'm surprised they made wise choices. How often does this happen in Love is Blind where they choose to just break up instead of like really wanting to be on TV and moving forward to the trip version?
Yeah. I was really I was really proud of all these people like breaking up with each other this episode. It was very crazy.
Yeah. We encourage it.
We do. We do. So Meg asks, what does love mean to you? And Mason says, having a big container of candy ice cream and letting your partner get the best bite. And she says that's a great answer.
Is it?
No.
I don't really think it is.
I mean, it's a stupid question, but it's also a terrible answer.
It's not a great answer.
It reads like an aim away message you write when you're in like the 7th grade.
Yeah.
Love is blah, 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 blah.
It's a big bowl of ice cream and it makes you feel so good.
Yeah.
It's so sweet on your tongue. And it's cold. Like love.
My butt's kind of tingling.
She says that her butt is kind of tingling, and she says that happens during breakup. So do you think that her butt now has ESP because she's predicting the breakup in the future? Maybe her butt is a precog?
Her butt might be a precog. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. If she's predicting breakups.
Predicting future breakups.
It's got to be like a sense memory thing. Like the butt can remember the
future breakups.
Yeah.
It remembers the future.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
That's really awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. She then later says, why is this working out too perfect? Well, if something feels too perfect, then it's probably too not going to work out.
Yeah. Wake up, Meg. He just cream pied Madison. Okay.
What up, you little cream pies?
She then goes into the women's lounge and says, we're all getting married. How many times do I have to tell you you're not all, that doesn't happen?
I want it to happen though. Eventually, one day.
Yeah, we want the end of a Shakespeare comedy where there's a big group wedding and everybody gets married.
They're all in line.
Yeah. I do like how Madison says what Meg is doing doesn't bother me, but it makes me desire Mason less because I can tell that he's telling us the same thing, and I'm not an idiot. I was like, okay, we're putting things together here. Cool. Madison and Alex talk. This is quite the conversation. They fantasize about their house that they're going to have together. They mention having room for Henry. Who's Henry?
I have no idea.
Is it a dog? Is it a cat?
It's got to be a dog. It's got to be a dog.
What if it's a bird? What if it's a ferret? We need the information. What if it's a bunny? You know?
I don't like ferrets.
Yeah, I don't really.
They rub me the wrong way. My neighbor had one when I was a kid. Now it's like,
What about bunnies?
I'm a happy bunny.
I love bunnies, but every time I touch them, my face swells up.
You're allergic to bunnies?
I'm so allergic to bunnies.
That's sad. You gotta get shots.
And
you gotta get shots.
Every time I see one, I forget. And I grab them and I hug them, and it's just the worst thing in the world. Then I have to take
this is very Lenny from Of Mice and Men energy.
Wow, thank you. That's so sweet.
You're welcome.
What a nice thing to say to me, Max. What a good pal you are.
You're welcome.
Jesus Christ. I just love animals. Now you're saying I'm Lenny from Mice.
You're saying you can't help yourself with rabbits when you grab them. Things happen that you don't want to happen.
I'm not doing that. I'm hugging them.
I know. It's just a similar vibe.
Kissing them, okay? It's not a similar vibe at all. It's an opposite vibe.
Do we need to go behind the shed, Ben?
Yeah, I think we should. I'd like to go behind the shed with you right now. See who comes out, Max.
Let's see what happens here. She says that she just wants Alex, and I'm like, didn't we go through this already? I thought we went through this already. Isn't he asking, didn't we go through this already? But he's totally fine with it. And then I'm surprised also that Billie Eilish is playing. What happened to the Love is Blind Orchestra? Birds of a Feather. It's a very common song. It has over 1 billion plays on Spotify. Is the Love is Blind Orchestra getting phased out? Are they fired? Are they protesting? What is happening?
I've heard they're busy. I heard they're working with Hans Zimmer on the Arabia national anthem right now. Yeah. So they're just a little bit busy. Okay. They got, when they did Love is Blind Habibi, they kind of got stuck out there doing national anthems for several different nations. So yeah,
Billie didn't win any Grammys this year, so she's desperate for work. She's kind of going through a hard time, so she's like,
I need the extra.
I guess I have to do Love is Blind. Yeah. So they're together now. And this stands out to me. She says, I have to break up with Mason, and he goes, oh no, Mason is so cool. Oh no, please don't break up.
He really loves Mason.
I know.
Mason's cool as fuck.
Everybody thinks Mason's cool as fuck, besides Madison.
He likes really obscure movies like Moulin Rouge
and
Her
and Inception.
Yeah. Notable indie director Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. Yeah, he's like he like loves Mason more than Madison.
Yeah. He's really in Mason's corner throughout this entire arc of episodes.
Very strange.
Very odd. They're really creating quite a bond.
Devin and Brittany, what stands out to you the most in the scene is, what is Devin eating? It looks like, so did you see this?
Yeah, I have no clue.
It looked like a big bowl of ketchup.
Yeah, it's very saucy.
But it was huge. And she wasn't eating anything. It was just him with a big bowl of ketchup.
Just chomping down that ketchup. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot to unpack here. Okay.
He might be a big ketchup guy. I don't know.
Yeah, he loves eating straight ketchup.
Maybe.
That's my biggest problem with him in this scene. Just kidding. Okay, there's a lot going on here. Okay, so he tells a story about how he got really bad back pain in high school, and then he started taking a lot of ibuprofen, and then he got depressed, and he turned to God, and then he went to the doctor, and again,
It's the typical order, yeah.
The doctor,
God, doctor again. Right?
Yes,
that's the order
yes.
you go for these things.
And the doctor fixed him, but what really fixed him, he says, was that if he didn't put his trust in God, he wouldn't have gotten better, and he feels shame about abusing the medicine.
Ibuprofen?
Well, that's what I'm confused about. I'm like, is he omitting things? Like,
maybe he could be. Yeah.
Did he start taking harder
Could be the
stuff?
producers were like, maybe instead of saying this, say ibuprofen instead.
Well, that's what I'm curious about. And also, like, how could you take that much ibuprofen and not, like, destroy your stomach lining? Because
true, yeah.
that is a fuckload of Advil. Like, that really would, over time, destroy your body.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
how long did he have these problems for, though? Was it like
it seems like a while.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird.
And then also, it seems like the doctor really fixed him, up. You know, not really giving a lot of credit to the doctor, but you know, I get it. He went through a hard time. Okay, so Brittany is really giving him, you know, a lot of support here. And then she says that she dated a woman and then realized that she wanted to marry a man, but of course, her sexuality still relates to being interested in women because sexuality is a spectrum and you don't change. We don't need to explain this. But he is so uncomfortable about this.
Yeah, that was pretty weird. Not great.
His face was like,
especially since he breaks up with her after this. This is like, you know, not the best.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was happy that she really was the one to break up with him.
Yeah,
like she really intercepted it. Yeah, it was not. He was just like, it was a very Alex move to be like, I just need to process this. Like, no support, you know. Like Brittany is even like, I saw myself. You know, she's like, oh, like I get this a lot to process, but I guess it would have been better to hear you say, oh, I see that, and like I support you no matter what.
Yeah. Because duh. Yeah,
I know.
He couldn't have handled it worse, really.
I know. Like, what's the problem here?
Yeah.
She's literally saying, like, I want to. It's just ridiculous.
Like, how insecure do you have to be?
I know. She's like, I'm monogamous. It doesn't matter.
And I like you. I want you.
Also, like when he's like, so you're still interested in women? You're not done with that?
It's like, well, if she's monogamous and you two are dating, she's going to be monogamous.
No. She needs to be done with women.
But not men.
Not men. Devin and I was also thinking about this. I'm like, okay, so people who aren't like solely heterosexual on the show, it now seems like we're 2 for 2 because you had Carlton and now you have Brittany.
Yep.
Damned if they reveal it before before going to Mexico, damned if they do it afterwards.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean that's always going to happen. But so far, because I don't think we've had people otherwise, right?
Yeah. Let's just get a queer season of Love Is Blind, please. Let's just do it. Come on,
it can work.
Oh, it'd be great. It'd be great.
Devin and Virginia. He's then like, okay, this can work. You just need to be less shy. And for some reason, we have to hear him tell her the same exact story that we just heard. Did we really need to hear the same exact thing? Yes.
Good thing these episodes are an hour and 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, it's really necessary.
Really necessary stuff to put in there.
Daniel and Taylor. She says sometimes she repeats the same story 4 times and she hates it. And I'm like,
she's like us.
I'm like, that's
the audience. Because we
Yeah.
hate it too.
Yeah, they compliment each other and stuff. Not a lot going on here. Dave and Molly. Molly brings up that they were curious because they heard the guys cheering for Alex, but Madison hasn't broken it off with Mason yet. And Dave says, I'm staying out of this whole thing. Yeah, that was interesting when the whole cheering thing happened. Yeah, wait, did this happen? I think we missed talking about that because...
Yeah, it was in between one of the pod scenes.
Yes, because I feel like Mason was very happy for Alex. And does Alex know that Mason is the other? Oh, no, he does.
He does,
but
yeah.
Alex is like not revealing anything to Mason or anything. I feel like Alex is being very coy.
He is being very coy. Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Like, is Alex...
He has boundaries, okay?
He's being deceitful. Dave says he regrets asking what's wrong with you at the start of every date, but Molly said she would have liked it. Maybe these two would have been perfect for each other.
They might have been. Yeah.
Yeah. Dave says his right testicle is throbbing right now. Is that his butt tingle? Is that him sensing breakups? Yeah. Is that his ESP?
Maybe him and Meg would have been perfect for each other. I don't know.
I think they would have been.
They both get the tingle, you know.
Yeah.
Then they know it's time to break up.
So Molly then comes into the women's lounge after this conversation and says, he called me his number one. And this upsets Lauren. I don't think that Dave called her his number one during this conversation.
No, I didn't pick up on that either.
It was weird.
Yeah.
But I don't think I think she was lying, but I
don't
think
the editors would have put it in
but I feel like this wasn't, I feel like she just heard what she wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think she was trying to fuck with Lauren because, or she thought it was Sarah at this point. I don't think she was trying to fuck with Sarah. I think she literally thought that he either said or inferred that he was making her his number one.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
I guess she's a little delulu in that sense.
A little bit delulu.
Just a little bit, though. Where are we now? Who's the next couple that we have?
I think we're on to episode 5 now. We got Dave and Lauren.
We're on to episode 5? Oh, yeah, we got Dave and Lauren. Lauren says your other girlfriend Molly came into the lounge and said that she was your number one. But if that's true, do I need to be here? And he's like, that is not true, and I don't want to be caught up in the girl drama.
God, what a gaslighter.
Like, yeah, you love this shit, Dave.
Come on, Dave.
You're a pot stirrer, Dave.
Like, he literally breaks up with Molly because she's not fighting hard enough for him.
I know.
He's a big baby.
I know. He did never tell Molly that he's number one, though.
No, but I'll
give him that. But
he's definitely been leading her on for sure.
No, totally. He led both of them on, and they both know that.
Yeah,
and they both get together
with one of them. Yeah,
yeah. He says that he feels like he is reverting back to his old ways, and he is afraid of his feelings for her. He says, "Like you don't scare me, I scare you." He says his heart is pounding, and it's really hard for him. And Lauren's just like, okay. Like, she's not buying his whole, like, woe is me scenario.
Yeah. She just heard Molly saying that she was his number one, so it's not really.
But he's playing it up for the cameras, too. Like, he's trying to trick us. Like, he's walking around kind of, like, grabbing the couch, being like, oh, it's so hard for me. My heart is pounding. Like, or trying to convince himself. Like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
It definitely seems a little manipulative. Yeah,
definitely. He's trying to manipulate us, and I don't appreciate that. We're not stupid, Dave. Okay, our butts tingle too. We know what's up. Yeah. My right testicle was throbbing the whole time. Throbbing. Yeah. So Madison and Lauren get together, and they deduce that Dave is playing them.
Yeah.
Well, Yes, not that it had a total effect.
They didn't work together like
sorry, Meg and Lauren, not Madison and Lauren.
Yes.
Oh no, I think Madison does get together. Madison is part of Molly and Lauren. Madison is involved in this.
Molly and Lauren are with David, and it's Madison and Meg are Mason.
Yes, but Madison walks over to Lauren to tell. In this situation, though, Madison walked over to Lauren and told her what Molly was saying about Lauren. And Madison and Lauren deduced together that Lauren and Molly are being played by Dave because Madison and Lauren are friends.
Yes, there you go.
See, I think these
half of these people aren't even going to be on the next batch.
The cast is too big. This is the problem. The cast is too big.
That's what I was just saying. Is most of these people that are getting airtime are not even going to be on the next batch.
Ben, I don't want to get caught up in all this girl drama. I don't want to get caught up in it.
I have to believe that since they're featuring these other couples so much when they don't need to, knowing that they're not going to be in Mexico, that there are going to be mixers and events when they get back to Minnesota where it's going to be huge plot points coming up. Like, I think this is all set up for something very big that's going to be coming up when they return back home.
Did you watch the preview?
No, I purposefully did not. Yeah.
Oh. Well, yes, they will be. They will be. Yeah.
Okay.
Brittany and Devin, she ends it with him, but they seem to end on good terms. But I'm proud of her for ending it instead of letting him end it. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Devin and Virginia, they give each other gifts and stuff. Nothing too thrilling here, right? I mean,
kind of boring. Yep.
Yeah. Ben and Sarah, they talk about the little moments that make them feel good. She says in confessional, I finally met my twin flame. I feel I feel like after that documentary, like twin flame, it doesn't have a good connotation.
No. They need to be aware of these things.
I know.
The doc was on Netflix too, was it not?
Yeah. Maybe this is corporate synergy. Maybe they made her say it.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she is a part of the Twin Flames cult. We don't know.
She could be. She doesn't have good judgment.
That's true. She doesn't.
So they talk about how they need to how they're ready to go the distance, but then she leaves and she says she wants to talk more about important issues. Then they talk again and she says she needs reassurance about social causes. And he goes, I don't want you to have the burden to teach me, but I have the motivation to do that. And we do have the same beliefs. And then he proposes and she says yes. Maybe there was more conversation here that was edited out, but maybe. I don't see any progression in him giving a shit about anything.
Yeah. He was like, hey, I went back to the hotel. I did some Googling. There's this guy, Martin Luther King. Crazy.
Like, he seems all right.
Speech and everything.
Yeah. I don't give a shit about it, but I know about it now. David is struggling and says he's running away from his feelings and he's really worried about his sister's approval. He's got his sister.
This sister's really got a stranglehold on him, right?
I know. What if he is a wicked
dynamic in this?
He is a wicked stepsister. Okay,
he's really afraid.
He has his own little corner in his own little room.
I can't wait to meet her. I
know.
She is interesting.
A very powerful role in his life.
Yeah. Maybe his sister is Hannah from last season.
Yeah. That'd be amazing.
Please
bully
me when I go home.
In the women's lounge, Lauren says, I don't think I'm dumb, but I might be. And I also don't think Molly is dumb. What if you're both dumb?
Yeah, what if everybody's
What
stupid?
if you're all dumb on the show? What if David's dumb and you're all dumb because you're pursuing David and he's telling you he has no integrity and he sucks, and you're still all
But a
entertaining
dumb
this?
person wouldn't go on reality TV. They wouldn't go on Love is Blind, Max.
No,
Come on.
there's like lawsuits against Love is Blind all the time. Molly and Dave. Dave says he's been crying for the past hour. He's having a hard time, you know?
Poor guy.
And then is this where he basically makes Molly break up with makes Molly get it out of him that he's breaking up with her.
He's too much of a coward to do it himself. So
Yes.
yeah. He needs Molly to do it for him.
And he says that he's crying so she can't be too mad at him. Because he's a wimp.
I get the feeling he's done breakups like this before.
Oh, he's so manipulative. He's really good at it.
Yeah.
He's like, why are you so cool about this? She's like, because you're being so fucking weird. It's not
You're
even
being
worth it.
Such a little baby. I don't know.
Yeah, you suck.
I just want out of here so bad.
Yeah, it just sucks. God.
Oh, poor Molly.
Poor Molly. But also,
yeah, it's like you dated Dave. Like, come on.
Yeah, like this is the best outcome.
I'm sure she feels embarrassed about it.
But also, like, it's good not to end up being engaged to Dave.
It is. Yeah, you should consider herself lucky.
So Molly and Lauren talk, and they're like, yeah, he's really good at affirming people, you know? And I also like when Lauren's like, oh, so he's going home? Is that what's happening? Molly's like, no, he wants to pursue things with you. And Lauren's like, oh my God. So we've certified that
Lauren,
he sucks.
did you not tell by the fact that she was bawling her eyes out when she came into the room that things didn't go well for her?
Oh, and he's manipulative and he affirms people just to fuck with them. And he's like made us both miserable this whole time.
But I win.
Let's get engaged. Followers.
Love is truly blind.
So Lauren and David meet up, and he starts off by saying he cried for an hour after their date because he was afraid that they would actually work out. Not that they wouldn't. He was afraid that they would work out.
Yes. He's afraid of success.
Yeah, he was afraid that he wouldn't be single anymore. Lauren wants to know if Dave promised things to Molly. He goes, no, never. I never affirmed anything. I never validated anything for her. She was crazy. She's crazy. And he says he's freaked out by his sister and he hopes you can understand the power that my sister has over me.
It's scary.
We have to meet her approval, otherwise we can't get married.
At home, ready?
If we don't get her blessing, then this won't work out. This engagement actually doesn't count.
He has brass knuckles.
Yeah.
He has brass knuckles.
I liked when he read his journal about Lauren, including things he is looking forward to doing with her. And what really stood out to me was snorkel shots.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever done snorkel shots?
Gosh, I don't think I have.
I haven't, and I really felt like I'm missing something in life.
Yeah. Seems like something you could easily get at like a resort on a vacation or something.
I know. Right? I've done ski shots. I haven't done snorkel shots. Have you done
what
ski
is a
shots?
Ski shot.
So you take a ski, right? And then they line up 4 shots separated on a ski, and you get 4 people, and you all do a shot at the same time off the ski.
So you flip the ski?
Yeah, the shots are all attached to the ski.
I see. Okay.
You all just do the shot at the same time attached to the ski.
So the point is that you're all just doing it from the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid, but it's funny. I mean,
what ski-themed bar were you at for this?
It was not a ski-themed bar. It was just like a sports bar, and they just had ski shots.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it was funny. And when I did them, it was me, my other two friends who were over 6 feet tall, and Maria, who is like 5'5".
So you had to like angle it.
So Maria couldn't like reach the fucking thing.
Did you have to stand on a chair or something?
I don't remember what we did, but I just remember her. It was really funny.
Or the three of you have to bend down to her level.
I don't remember what we did. I just remember her having a very hard time getting the shot and it being hilarious. Now,
wow.
snorkel shot.
Could you imagine Daniel doing a ski shot with the other guys?
Oh my God.
Oh, man, that'd be rough.
Yeah. That's why I used to stalk people. Should we do snorkel shots next, Pod? Should we start off with some snorkel shots of Fireball? Is what we
or
should
Love is Wine.
Love
or the espresso.
the coffee creamer.
Coffee creamer.
Oh man.
Well, the things we do for this podcast.
Yeah. Snorkel shots
of coffee creamer.
Taylor and Daniel, he gifts her his Christmas stocking. She has the same exact stocking with a T on it. So this originally seems like a coincidence, but now knowing what we know,
that is weird. Yeah,
that is creepy.
I didn't think about that.
I just thought about it.
And was it on her Insta? We're gonna have to talk about this on Patreon.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go through her whole Instagram and see if
there was the stocking posted.
Because she does. Yeah, we'll talk about this.
Wow,
she does have like a Christmas section on her Instagram.
Yeah, she does. All these Minnesotans do. They're cuckoo for Christmas.
Well, it's Christmas all year round.
Yeah.
Wow. She gives him a Christmas ornament with a bunch of faces on it and wants to add his face to it. They said they were meant to each other. She says, "What's your biggest insecurity?" He says, "I was a late bloomer." She says, "You didn't grow?"
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, that's the last thing you want to say to David.
He asks for her handle and says he doesn't follow her. He says he would recognize her handle, T Hags, though, because he has a good memory.
Yeah, he's got a photographic memory of just Instagram handles.
Yes, he's basically telling on himself here.
Yeah, he is.
It's the whole thing's very weird. When do you
the fact that he asked for her IG handle to, in his mind, confirm that it was her?
Yeah, so at this point he knew, like, when did he know that it was her? Like,
had to have been, I don't know, because it could have been even before, because they had mutual friends, right? That's what it said.
That's what she said.
Mutual followers. So it could be they knew he knew her like through a friend of a friend, but she didn't know him back.
But like he knew she was going on Love is Blind?
Maybe.
I can't wait for this story to reveal itself.
I mean, Uche, when he went on the show, it was clear that Lydia knew that he was going on Love is Blind.
Yeah.
Because she had seen like the emails from casting. Crazy.
I know.
Because the casting process, it's open for a long time.
It is.
Especially for this Minnesota one. I remember seemed like I was seeing casting notifications for it for months.
Dude, I don't know. I'm scared. This Daniel guy. I don't know.
Well, it all worked out for Lydia, so it might work out.
That's true.
For
it
Daniel
can still
too.
work out. I'm sure he can still work it out. Okay, let's get to Sarah and Ben. We're at the reveal. They see each other. They seem happy and excited. They do this new thing where they always drink champagne in the reveal, and they seem to have a strong connection, right? I mean, I don't really know much to say.
If anyone seemed a little underwhelmed, it might have been Sarah, but I think that's just because in comparison to Ben's big reaction, it seemed less than. But
yeah. Nothing really happened too significantly. They seem happy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know about that one though.
Yeah, I don't know about it right now, but the
We'll
reveal
do our predictions on the Patreon for who we think
Yeah.
and who won't.
But the reveal seemed pretty regular. I didn't get any, major awkward vibes or anything. We've seen weirder. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Lauren and David, happy Valentine's Day. He says she has those motherly, nurturing qualities, and that she doesn't even try, and he's just so attracted to that. And what a wonderful way to lead into a proposal. Will you be my wife, mommy?
Will you be my mommy?
And she says yes. Can we get a no? I feel like we haven't gotten a no in a long time. I would love a rejection proposal.
I also want a Giannina type proposal where it's the woman proposing instead of the guy.
Yes. Come on.
You get down. Get up, Damien. You get up from that knee.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this.
I choose me to propose. Let's get that.
I love that.
Yeah.
God, I hope Giannina makes a cameo in Love is Blind Denver.
Please.
Since she lives out here.
Mason has 2 dates coming up, and Alex is like, wow, good luck. You've got this. I couldn't imagine not knowing who. And it's like, dude, he's about to get broken up with. What's your problem, man?
Yeah.
Why are you throwing to the wolves like that, bro?
Maybe he thinks it'll be with the other one, though, with Meg.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's kind of a dick. Madison and Mason, he gives her a cream pie.
I love cream pies.
Yeah. And Madison says, I don't know if you heard the news.
I wouldn't eat that thing if I were her, by the way.
What?
I wouldn't eat that thing
I wouldn't either. Madison says, I don't know if you heard the news, but this is not our story. And he's like, I didn't hear shit because no one tells me anything. Maybe it would have been nice if Alex had told me, but I had no fucking clue. What a dick.
We watched Inception together last night at the hotel, and he didn't say anything during the entire 3 hours.
Yeah, and she basically calls him out for, being phony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Trying to keep 2 things going at once. And she really savors this breakup. When she goes back to the women's lounge, she goes
Breakups taste good.
Yeah, she really enjoyed breaking up with him.
Yeah.
Remember when I said she
got a nice big meal out of it too, some eggs and
yeah. She was playing with them a little bit. She was I feel like she enjoyed the games of the pods.
Yes.
Yeah.
When in Rome.
So she says breakups taste good, but Mason comes back to the men's lounge and says he needs a minute to digest. I don't think he likes the flavor of
he's
of
been
the
putting
men's
time out.
Yeah, he's been putting time out. And then Alex walks up and gives him a fucking hug. We never really see them talk about it, though.
Yeah. Do you think Alex would have been okay with Mason and Madison getting together? Because I don't think Alex has ever really liked Madison that much.
I have no clue what's going on with Alex.
He's a
maybe.
Guy. Yeah.
Probably not. He's probably
I just feel like he was
toxic.
I just feel like he was looking for any excuse to be done with Madison. Because he was so picky and doing the therapist speak shit, and I don't know.
He just wanted to be on the show for as long as possible, and then just bail at the last second.
Yeah, I just don't know. About
maybe she'll convince me to be with her, but I'm not really.
I couldn't believe that Madison was still trying with Alex up until the end.
I know.
I was like, come on, have some self-respect.
Yeah. I thought this was really funny when Madison is talking to Meg, and Meg says she doesn't know if she's going to be with Mason now, and it's about her pride. And then Virginia challenges that and says that she's been going through ego death a lot in this process. I'm like, have you been taking acid this whole time? She's peaking, dude. She's just going through fucking ego death every day. She started with 1 tab on the first day, 2 tabs on the second day. Yeah. She started candy flipping on the 3rd day, taking some E with that shit, dude. Added some shrooms on the 4th day. On the 5th day, she took some K.
And she's been doing transcendental meditation while on acid. So
She's at 6th day, she tried some 2CB. 7th day, some 2CE. She's just been going through it. She's a doctor. She knows how to regiment this stuff.
She can get access to all these things.
It's medicinal, okay?
Yeah, medicinal acid in Minnesota. Yeah.
Mason and Meg, he left her roses, but she's super bummed what he did to her. And, he's just like, you've always been my number one. That's everybody's line. You were my number one since our first date. Always, baby. Always my number one.
Never, ever did I tell that to anyone else. I swear.
Yeah. And she's like, well, not yesterday when you said you were committed to somebody else. And he's like, bah, 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 bah. And then she's like, I'll never know if you're telling the truth or not. So we're done. We're donezo. Yeah.
Good.
And then I know. But I'm going to miss these crazies. Like Meg is crazy, you know? She believes in tablets and pyramids and stuff.
I know. This is we had a comment from Super Aster about this, but I wanted to see them for my entertainment. I don't like reality TV people making sound choices. Agree.
I know. Yeah. Very sad. And they leave on good terms. Like, stop leaving on good terms. Like, fight, you know? Be like, you fucked me over, you know? I loved you. Taylor and Daniel. This is thrilling because they both prepared written statements.
Oh, God.
That's what I was like,
where really the most entertaining part of the show.
How did it take so many episodes to get to the written statements? He reveals he loves her and he proposes, and I'm Yours by Jason Mraz plays. That's a real song. That was pretty crazy. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Well, it was Blind Orchestra. They're stuck out.
I know. They're stranded.
We need them back.
Before the reveal, David says he's grown so much through this experience, and now he's a guy that talks about his feelings. He's changed, everybody. He has integrity. His integrity is here.
Wow.
He'll never make a mistake.
All this in just this 2 weeks in the pods.
Yes.
What growth. More growth than Daniel could ever imagine.
He's a late bloomer. You could still grow. He's drinking his milk, okay? They meet, and all they do is talk about how insane this is.
Oh my God, this man is a stranger.
Finally, somebody says the truth. She gets it.
She gets it. Yeah.
You don't actually know this person.
Yeah. It's been 2 weeks, and you just got engaged.
Less than 2 weeks. Yeah. My favorite thing he says is he can picture her as a teacher now.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Probably some form of negging. Probably something like some pickup artist shit.
Was she carrying an apple or something?
Yeah. I can see you, clapping the erasers. And,
yeah, you have chalk all over your dress.
Yeah, so I can see you with like the pointer thing, and whatever that thing is. He's like, I don't know. I got a 6 out of 100. I don't know what teachers do. He asks her if he reminds her of anyone, which is do I look like any celebrities? Any like really hot celebrities? Brad Pitt. Yeah. Fabio. Ben Affleck.
Any of the Magic Mike guys?
Yeah.
Any of them?
It's pretty awkward. This is a pretty awkward one. Not good vibes.
No. Well, I think the vibes are bad too, because he's afraid that his sister's going to kill Lauren.
Yeah, I know. He's like, we have to be quiet. My sister could be lurking in the shadows. She's one of the aliens from A Quiet Place, so we have to be careful. Devin and Virginia, you're never going to believe it. He wrote a prepared statement, guys. He wrote her a letter.
It's so entertaining. So entertaining, isn't it?
I didn't tune out. I did not tune out.
I did not tune out.
I listened the whole time.
I like that these all come across as like vows too.
Yes.
Like you're not at the altar.
You're proposing.
And it's also a stranger. So
yes.
Relax.
Oh my god, this man is a stranger.
He proposes. She says yes. It's magical. Let's get to Alex and Madison. Things start off very positively. We even get a squeal.
Huh?
I'm like, we're on a good.
Not a meow.
Huh?
That's sure.
Huh?
That's sure.
Yeah, we think that things are going to go well, but then as things start to go on, Ben,
My butt's kind of tingling.
my butt started to tingle.
We know what that means.
And then we get a Charlie. It's Halloween again. We get a Charlie Brown's Halloween kind of vibe going on.
It's a rock.
She gets him a rock.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not even a pet rock, just a rock.
Just a rock.
No, I don't care what the sentiment is. A rock. Imagine. And a used paintbrush.
I'd have thrown it right at the wall. Tried to break it down.
Imagine
paintbrush too. What?
A rock and a used paintbrush. She says it's more intimate because it's used. And she says,
well, these are crappy gifts. I wanted the new iPhone. I wanted a Nintendo Switch.
I know.
What's wrong with you? You give me a rock and a paintbrush?
She says it's more intimate because it's used, and one day we could use it together. And I'm like, is this turning into a sexual thing with the paintbrush?
I kept thinking, is he a painter or something? And we missed this. But then he's like, you'll have to teach me how to paint. I'm like, so what the fuck is the point of the paint?
Well, and then he's like, this is my grandma's art book. She got me into art. But then he doesn't know how to. I don't know the whole thing. Did that inspire him to unicycle ride? I don't know. But we never got to see him ride the unicycle. That was the only reason I cared about him. Very confused. They talk about barely, and then he brings up the fucking avoidance thing again.
God, this guy.
How do I know you're not going to hop on a plane and leave? She says,
I think he's trying. I don't think he wants to be with her at all. I think he's just digging.
No. And why can't he just end it instead of like being a dickhole?
Instead of gaslighting her completely and making her feel like she's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. So then he brings up Mason. He's like, yo, my boy Mason was devastated.
He just had to go to bat for Mason here.
This is like almost as bad as when
the meeting where you would think he's supposed to be proposing around this time.
Yeah, this is almost as bad as when Oppenheimer was delayed. This is Mason is so sad. Alex says, I feel for him, and she's like, yeah, I don't, because he was an asshole. And I was like, I see both sides, it's a confusing situation,
See, there's no way he's not picking up on her signals that she's not digging this. And he keeps he keeps pushing it to be a dick.
Oh, he's twisting the knife to be an asshole.
Yeah.
He says, I'm just
I'm so understanding.
Yes, I'm a very understanding person as he continues to go in on her. I'm just I'm so empathetic that I'm empathetic towards this other stranger than you.
Your pain. I feel his pain. I feel the world's pain. Really.
You're both valid. But I like him more.
We had a Nolan marathon this week. It was just amazing.
Yeah. And then he eventually, says we're not getting engaged. And then I love how she pulls a Regis. She goes, is that your final answer? Yeah.
You got to get that final answer out of these guys.
You do.
They're very wishy-washy.
They are. He does say yes.
That is my final answer. No deal.
No.
No deal. He closes the box.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. And then him and Mason rode off into the sunset. The Devin and Virginia reveal. Virginia hasn't kissed a man in a long time. She remembers how to do it. I wish that she had forgotten and she just was like mashing her face into him.
She starts with the tongue.
Yeah, with the teeth. Her nose. She starts with the back of her head. Mm-hmm. They seem pretty happy.
Yeah. They seem fine.
It's hard to tell because they're not very expressive people and she's like shy and
They're
stuff.
not. Did they even kiss? I don't know if they kissed.
I think they did. I think they kissed.
Kiss?
She is surprised. He's surprised that she's 5'8" and has never played basketball. Just makes me think about Daniel. 5'8" is pretty short.
Yeah.
She says her dad thinks she's on a spiritual retreat, which is really funny. So I really hope that we get to meet her dad and
That's
stuff.
amazing.
And he's mad. Yeah, that could be really good. So hopefully he'll, get on the show. They say I love you. So I don't know. It's nice. We'll see what happens. You know,
way it is a spiritual retreat, though.
I think it's bigger than I think it's the most spiritual retreat.
Yeah, they're finding their twin flame.
The pods, it's life changing. I'm jealous.
There's so much growth for most people.
Look, David. Yeah, just everybody but Daniel. The pods changed David's life. As long as his sister doesn't kill him, his life will be changed forever.
Yeah. That's a pretty big asterisk, though.
It's a huge asterisk. Let's get to Taylor and Daniel's reveal. It turns out Daniel's been single for 10 years, and he says being 5'8" has been the big factor.
Wait, Christmas cards never worked for. I thought he would have landed.
I don't think that's the factor. I don't think it's him being 5'8" the reason he's been single for 10 years. What do you think?
I'm curious how many women he's met on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe
I'm most curious.
Maybe it's because he's a stalker. Maybe allegedly. I
will say the evidence is piling up. Certainly.
Yeah, allegedly.
It was certainly substantial for Lydia.
Allegedly. He's worried she could be 6 feet tall, but he does say it's short king season. Taylor does say if he's a lot shorter than her, she could just take her heels off. She's ready to take those heels off.
Right.
So the reveal, when they see each other, they're like...
She can put her knees on the heels and walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. When they see each other, they're like, hello. Do you see that? They see each other like, hello.
Hey-o.
Hello.
What's up? What's up?
I feel like when Joey and Monica watched this, they were like, that's our thing. We're wacky.
Yeah.
I feel like she's like, with heels on, she's like the same height, maybe a little taller. I felt like there wasn't as big of a height discrepancy as I was hoping for. I was hoping she was going to like tower over him.
You were hoping he wouldn't even have to bend down on one knee to propose.
Yeah. It was going to be like... I feel like they hug, they don't kiss in the beginning. They're very nervous. He's wearing these socks with eyeballs on them, and they have like floppy dog ears. Did you see that?
I didn't notice that. That's...
I watched it on. I went back, and she's like, "Oh, he's like, I'm wearing the socks you gave me." They're like, they have like eyeballs popping out of them, and like floppy dog ears, like goofy ears.
I would say that tracks for his personality.
Yeah, and that's why she says I had to take my socks off, and she goes,
I have my socks in my bra right now.
And I'm like, well, what do your socks look like? Because I would like to know.
Yeah,
so they also have big ears and eyeballs coming out.
Maybe.
Could be true. She does say that Daniel's a little bit shorter than her type. I wonder if he was tall, like over 6 feet tall, do you think she'd just forgive this whole stalking thing?
Ooh,
over 6 feet tall?
That's interesting.
Over
like
6
if he looks like one of the Magic Mike guys?
Yeah. He's hot, over 6 feet tall, has a good job, can unicycle, loves Christmas and Taco Bell.
That's pretty good.
Come on. So what if he stalked me? That means he's into me. You could do a lot worse.
Yeah. I don't know.
Think about it. Oh wait, no. Is this the guy that can ride a unicycle? No, that was Alex. Whatever.
Was
But
Alex,
he could probably ride it. He could probably ride a unicycle.
He gives off unicycle vibes.
Yeah. But also like it might not even be stalking, but like he literally walked backwards away from her. Like that was so awkward.
Yeah.
That was so uncomfortable. Why did he have to do that?
But everything he does is uncomfortable. The Christmas shit is weird. Being a Christmas person year round is weird. It's
the cards we're gonna go through on the Patreon. They're so uncomfortable. His smile, like everything is so uncomfortable.
He's like, I might have red flags, but I have green flags too because it's Christmas. Red and green.
She says when she's like in the room by herself, she's not used to putting the voice and the face and the mannerisms together. She said it was a surreal moment, an out of body experience. Oh, you should talk to Virginia about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did
you expect his voice to be a lot higher after seeing him?
Doesn't make sense. He looks like a Keebler elf, but doesn't sound like one. It's really weird.
Was she expecting his shoes to have little bells on the on the toes?
He didn't talk about his cousin Snap, Crackle, and Pop at all. It didn't make any sense.
Very weird.
Yeah, it was where I was like, wow, she really doesn't seem thrilled, but I feel like there's something up. And then we go to the women's hotel, which is very upsetting to me because they're breaking the illusion again that they live in the women's quarters. It just doesn't.
It's upsetting. Yeah,
it's very upsetting. So we see her filming a confessional in her room, which that was kind of fun though. It's like, oh, do you know this is serious?
Oh yeah.
So she says Daniel felt familiar to her. She couldn't place it. She remembered a couple months ago getting a follow request, and she thinks Daniel followed her on Instagram before coming on the show, and she remembers seeing him in front of a Christmas tree. Apparently, her bio says all this stuff, that she's a registered nurse and she loves Taco Bell and family and faith are important to her, and she loves Christmas. Taylor says she's grown to love Daniel, but she thinks he knew what she looked like the whole time they were talking. So the picture that she thinks she saw was him in front of a Christmas tree holding a drink.
Which I think she could have just misremembered it.
Yeah, with his legs crossed. So they meet up. And she says, you looked familiar to me. And when I got back, I realized you'd followed me on Instagram. He says, I don't follow you. She says, you followed me and unfollowed me. And then she describes the picture and he says, no, I have one in front of a fireplace without a drink. He says, I have a bunch of Christmas pictures, but no tree. She says, you can see how I'd be freaked out. We also had mutual people when I looked at your profile. He doesn't seem to deny anything or seem very caught off guard.
Yeah. If you hadn't done that, you'd be like, oh, you have got completely the wrong guy.
Oh, just your eyes, I feel like, would be like, what?
Yeah.
I'd be like, can we get my phone out? You know, like, can we?
Yeah. Like, I don't know you. I've never seen you before in my life.
So we normally receive all of our social media looking for the Patreon, but we're going to do a little bit of a sneak preview right now. We're going to look first at her bio. So we have Taylor's bio right here, t.hags.
Which I assume she kept mostly the same from before the show aired.
Yeah, it looks like it is. So like a screenshot of her bio. It says Taylor Hag, personal blog. So this is her bio. Family, period, faith, period. That aligns with what she said. Mm-hmm. Registered nurse and Taco Bell. Lots of Taco Bell.
Yeah. Which was referenced. Yeah.
And then one of her saved story things is Christmas, and it's filled with like Christmas pictures.
Yep.
If you go, and then we got the picture I think she was talking about.
Interesting, because I had seen another one on the profile too, but we'll get into that on Patreon.
Yeah, so
there was another one in front of like a virtual fireplace on the TV.
Oh, okay. Well, this is Daniel in front of a fireplace from 2020. Christmas card 2020. Best wishes, warmest regards. He says it's Daniel. He's sitting in a chair with his legs crossed in front of a real fireplace. And a bunch of comments of people saying this is the infamous photo. Is this the picture? Her gut feeling was right. Oops, looked like you forgot to archive this picture, buddy. I think he's holding a cat, maybe. He's in full pajamas. So it seems like this could be the photo that she was talking about, or there's other ones. But it seems like it would be
many Christmas photos.
It would be hard to forget the guy who has various Christmas card photos.
Yeah.
On his profile and mutual friends.
Unless it's a Minnesota thing and everybody has them.
Everybody does. I mean, his profile is full of Christmas card photos.
It's a lot. Yeah. That would be hard to forget. It would be.
I know.
Because clearly if some rando is following you, then they just think you're attractive or something. But then they had mutual friends as well, which is interesting. I think that adds layers to it. Like, I'd like to know who the mutuals were.
Yeah. And then he posted a meme of him that looks like he's stalking. And it says, when I find out she likes Taco Bell and Christmas.
Oh, boy.
With dead laughing emoji, dead emoji. So he thinks it's funny. So maybe he didn't do it, or he's just, trying to play into it.
Yeah. There's layers to this.
There's layers. What are you going to do? Well, for more of that, on Monday, you should come out. We're going to go into everybody's social media, be the true investigators, but especially dig into these people. Check us out, patreon.com/reality alert, starting only $5. And then you get to check out all of our coverage of Love is Blind Season 1, Love is Blind Season 1 Reunion, Love is Blind Germany, Love is Blind Sweden, Love is Blind Mexico, Love is Blind Brazil, Love is Blind Habibi, Ultimatum South Africa, a million other things on there, over 100 episodes of bonus content. Baby. We've done it all. It's so fun. You can be a member of our Discord community starting at only $5 a month, and you support the podcast. We depend on the patrons to keep this thing going. What a lovely thing to do. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/reality alert, and Instagram. We're going to be posting some memes this weekend. Instagram at reality alert podcast, and leave us a voicemail. 1-804-BAD-BOYS. That's 1-804-223-2697.
Woohoo!
Do you think he's a stalker? Let us know. Allegedly. Yes. Anything else, Ben?
Nope. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Yep. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
Oh my god, this man is a stranger.